The establishment of the Inquisition in 1233 under Pope Gregory IX marked a turning point in the treatment of sodomites in medieval Europe. Public anxiety surged, leading to aggressive persecution that spanned over 3 centuries. The cities of Siena, Bologna, Florence, Venice, Paris, Ghent, and Bruges enacted laws aimed at rooting out sodomites, encouraging citizens to expose suspected individuals. The accused came from various social classes, primarily tradesmen such as shoemakers, butchers, and tailors, with aristocrats making up about 1/3 of those targeted. Wealth often provided a means of evading detection, but for many, the consequences were dire. Punishments ranged from castration and blinding to execution, with burning at the stake being the most common fate for repeat offenders. Interestingly, the notion of single adult homosexual men was largely absent from the medieval mindset. Many of the accused were older, married men with children, actively pursuing younger males. In Florence, authorities became particularly concerned about this dynamic, leading to a statute in 1325 that prescribed castration for men who sodomized boys. The law incentivized informers, creating a breeding ground for extortion and blackmail. While some youths engaged in consensual acts with older men, more commonly, sodomy occurred between young men of similar ages. The penalties for these encounters were severe. Younger offenders often faced fines and public flogging. One notorious case involved a 15-year-old named Giovanni di Giovanni, who was publicly paraded and mutilated for his admissions of being sodomized. In response to rampant illicit sexual activity, Florence established the Officers of the Night between 1432 and 1502, a police force dedicated to eradicating sodomites. Even clergy were not spared. In Bologna in 1475, a captured priest was burned alive for his transgressions. Male prostitution flourished, particularly in Venice, where individuals like Rolandina were executed despite claiming no wrongdoing. Despite the harsh climate, some men challenged the prevailing attitudes. In Basel, cleric Johannes Stocker defended himself by asserting that sodomy was widespread, quipping that if all offenders were punished, few men would remain. This spirit of defiance persisted even as persecutions escalated across Europe, particularly in Augsburg, Regensburg, and Ghent. While cities in Italy and the Low Countries faced severe crackdowns, other regions, such as medieval Russia and London, exhibited comparatively lax attitudes. In Russia, sodomy was treated as a sin by the Orthodox Church but lacked legal repercussions. London saw only one charge between 1420 and 1518, highlighting a divergence in enforcement across Europe. However, Spain intensified its actions against homosexuals in the late 16th century, with 65 men executed between 1578 and 1616. Amidst the persecution, an alternative attitude towards male relationships coexisted. Particularly in Renaissance Italy, close male friendships were celebrated in art, as seen in Donatello's David, which captured both strength and desire. Caravaggio's works idealized youthful beauty, reflecting a cultural appreciation for mentorship and camaraderie among men, even as societal norms dictated otherwise. The legacy of the Inquisition and the subsequent persecution of sodomites in medieval Europe reveals a complex interplay of fear, power, and sexuality. While many suffered under harsh penalties, a resilient spirit of defiance emerged alongside a rich cultural appreciation for male relationships. This duality underscores the ongoing struggle for acceptance and understanding throughout history.